I know you wrote an article about the release of Ogbo Okoronkwo. Take us through that and kind of your thoughts through that article.
So most contracts are negotiated with a roster bonus or some type of bonus that gives the player and the team a very natural out. They usually end in March, where there's some sort of $1 million or a couple $1 million by this date, and it forces the team to sort of cut you or keep you, and then you're going to be part of the team. Okoronkwo's contract didn't have one of those, so he was sort of in limbo in terms of when they were going to sort of make a decision on him. But he's also due $6 million. They probably weren't going to want to pay that. They signed Joe Shoyanka, who they guaranteed $4.13 million. They've obviously got Myles Garrett. They're very excited about Isaiah McGuire on the other side. They've still got Alex Wright coming back. So all of a sudden, you've got guys who are going to be your third, fourth, and fifth defensive ends, those edge players, that are potentially accounting for about $13 million. So they were never going to pay Okoronkwo that amount of money. So you ended up in this weird situation where the Browns sort of kept him around to minicamp through that to get to this sort of dead period. Maybe somebody was going to offer something in a trade. Ultimately, the market dictated that there wasn't anything there. And the Browns could have theoretically held Okoronkwo until August, down to cutdown day, and made a decision. But it just didn't make any sense. I think a lot of it is they wanted to do right by the player and give him a shot to go sign with another team before the start of training camp. I think that's why he was as grateful as he was when he left. And then the other part about this is the Browns need to get more reps from the McGuires, the Wrights, and the Tryon Shoyankas, even the undrafted rookie who has some appeal in Aiden Huntington. They want to get as many reps for these guys as possible because they either need to find out that they can do it or that they may need to be back out in the market. And if Okoronkwo hasn't signed anybody or signed with anybody at that point, maybe they could revisit. Or they could theoretically go and look at somebody like Zadarius Smith, who's still out there in free agency. Either way, this sort of shores up the rotation, gives them fewer guys to have to work through. I mean, when they cut Okoronkwo, they've still got 12 defensive ends on the roster right now. So they have to start getting some of these guys out.
Yeah, and you mentioned them. Some of them you got to get answers on. McGuire looks pretty good. Can he do it consistently? Same thing with Wright before he got hurt.